Hey everyone, my name is Javier Campbell, and I chose to do my multicultural project on the topic of religion. And originally, my plan was to go to different churches and places of worship and have that experience, and then interview someone who identified with that particular religion. However, I was not able to do that. But I ended up still contacting different churches that I found on Google and going to that church's website and doing like a religious inquiry and just seeing who would reach out to me. Um, After doing that for a couple weeks and kind of coming up short and contacting over a dozen different churches, it was not that successful. So I kind of turned to social media and kind of just put in the religion that I was looking for and DM'd random people to see if they were open to it. Again, after doing that, it wasn't super successful, but between the two, I was able to get 5 different people to tell me about their religion. 2 of the 5 I do know personally, and one of them is my colleague, who I'm very grateful for helping me with that. And so, yes, so I emailed the people, and then I waited for their responses. Once I got positive feedback, I went ahead and sent them a series of questions that I had came up with, and then again waited for their responses. And once I got their responses, I went ahead and completed my project and put it into PowerPoint and thanked them and just was very grateful because it was they really didn't have to do that. But everyone I spoke with was really nice and just really open to sharing their experience. This project was kind of difficult just because a big part of it was going to different churches and just kind of seeing the places of worship and like seeing how it's actually done. But I kind of did a little bit of that on my own and looked at videos on YouTube and just kind of went to the different churches' website and kind of saw how they did things. So yeah, I knew from the beginning though of this project that I did want to research religion. I identify as a Christian and always have since I was younger, and grew up in a Christian household. But just learning about different religions have always been kind of interesting to me, not to the point of conversion, but just learning about other people and their experience and just people's thought process behind it, and why people switch religions and how come they stick with the ones that their family decided on. So those are a couple questions that I kind of just asked myself and when I was researching. I also know that religion is very controversial, and I wanted to see if I had any personal bias and just do a little bit of self-work, because even though I'm pretty open to talking about the topic and hearing other people's opinions, it does kind of do something within myself when I do hear about other religions and just other people's way of worship. And I'm very respectful, and again, I don't try to convert anyone to my religion, but just hearing their stories is very interesting to me. The project was, again, kind of fun to do. Just all the research behind it. I did have my 5th person come towards the end. So in my paper, I did write that I had 4 types of religion, but one person came, and so I added them. I was able to get backgrounds from a person who was Buddhist, a person who identified with Hinduism, a person who identified with Islam, a person who identified with Christian Methodist, and then a non-denominational Christian. So those are all in the PowerPoint that I completed. Again, I just communicate with them via email. I just thought it would be convenient. Everyone's kind of at home and just doing their own work, so I didn't necessarily want to do a video or a phone call. So yes, that is how I got the information that I got. But I do want to pose the two questions to you guys. What religion do you and your family identify with? And if you don't identify with anything, that's okay too. Kind of tell me about that. And also, why do you think geography sometimes determines which religion people identify with or God they worship?